Nobody understands what it's like to have to brush your teeth with bottled water every day. Try to remember not to turn the sink on. No matter what, you gotta take a shower in it, and it poisons you in your hair, in your head. Gets in your skin with your clothes. When you wash your clothes in the washer and dryer, it gets in your skin, so you're getting poisoned no matter what. It's really scary. We had to sell everything that we owned. I've never left Flint. I grew up in Flint. I was raised in Flint my whole entire life. That's all I know. It's where my parents raised me. And I had to sell everything that we accomplished, what we've gotten over 17 years.
We left
And
over half of everything.
I had to sell everything and then anything I could take in my truck. And I'm a girl, I couldn't bring any of all my clothes I had to leave behind because they were no good from the lead and they got my clothes from washing them. I lost everything, so I'm confused. I know I need to go to the hospital. I need medical immediately. I'm sick. My body's starting to shut down. My kidneys hurting really bad. I can't think right. I am already epileptic and I have neurological problems, and this has just caused so much more damage to me, and I'm just hoping that there's a good doctor that's gonna help me feel normal again. I'm afraid that I'm already damaged to where they can't fix it. It's sad. I feel my back deteriorating. I have scoliosis really bad. They just found out that I had scoliosis within the last 3 years. And I feel my back deteriorating. We're sick.
And there's been 280 residents in Flint that's
already died.
And they're covering that up.
They won't tell anybody about it.
They've died of heart failure. They've got staph infection in their stomachs.
It has no cure. The staph infection that's in the water.
Third world countries. It's the only place it's found, and it's now in Flint, Michigan.
And there's no cure for it. People are dying, young, old. It doesn't matter.
The dogs, the cats.
It's killing animals.
There's hardly any birds that even come into Flint. It's so weird.
Yeah, all the birds just left.
They won't even come.
They won't come back.
Only a couple birds here and there you'll see.
Yeah.
And they say that when birds don't come to a city, they know that it's poison.
Yeah, they know there's something wrong. And then everybody that lives there, they're already depressed, and
it's the poorest city.
It's the poorest city. They're so
one of the
poor.
Poorest cities in the country.
They can't just up and leave. So, the government wants us to leave, but nobody's got money to do that.
And so they want to kill them. It seems like they just want to kill them off. And
they'll do anything at any means.
Any spotlight on this can help because nobody knows. You guys didn't even know.
I have to be honest, I had no idea. I literally had no idea.
Half the country don't even know.
They're trying to hide it.
I watch the news every day. I watch all the networks.
And they won't give
I haven't heard any follow-up.
It was on CNN one time.
It was on Family Guy. Family Guy made fun of Flint, Michigan. They said, we're from Flint. That's where we're like that. We're lead poisoned.
Don't drink the water or else you'll be lead poisoned. And they were laughing about it. And it made me cry because people don't know what it's like. That I have children. I have to cook for my kids. I have to cook from bottled water every single day. I have to brush my teeth with this. I have to keep reminding the kids to use this bottled water. We have to go to the bathroom in the toilet, use that water, and that still isn't good because the water will backsplash on you and you'll break out. You'll get a really terrible rash. When you go to the hospital, I've been to the hospital twice trying to get help.
We went by the ambulance.
Had called the ambulance.
They won't touch us.
I felt like I was dying.
And they just put a bag of
I thought I was dying.
Kick you out.
And when I told them that I thought it was from the water, they immediately went and got my discharge papers and kicked me out of the hospital and told me that there was nothing wrong and that there wasn't nothing that they could do, and treated me worse than they would. And they treated my dog better at the veterinarian than they treated me at the hospital when I went there for help. I thought that if I go to the hospital that they would help me, and they just didn't even care, because the doctors have all been threatened and they're scared they're going to lose their jobs, and so they won't tell you nothing. All the doctors are involved, all the city workers are involved. They threw the mayor, they threw me in the county jail. I had a seizure driving down the road. They threw me in the county jail over and over and over. They charged me with a child endangerment from having a seizure, and then they charged me with a hit and run because my foot was still on the pedal. They kept throwing me in jail and taking my bond from me, and they kept making me drink that water. The whole time I was in there, I seen the deputies had a gallon, each one of them had a gallon of water in their hands, and they were drinking from it. And when I called home and told him, I didn't know what was going on, because they kept telling us that there wasn't nothing wrong with our water, that we could drink it. There was nothing wrong with it. So I'm telling him that all these deputies have gallons of water in their hand, and I've never seen them have. I've always seen them drinking out of the faucets, and now they have this gallon of water. And so all the city workers knew, and they all were warned, and they moved out of the city, and they quit helping us. They didn't care.
Snoop Dogg brought $1 million there. We never seen a penny of it. Cher brought $4 million there, plus 6 semis full of water. We never seen a penny of it. So many celebrities have donated water there, and there's still no relief. None of that money went to nobody.
We got a new mayor.
The city councilman, the mayor, the governor, the governor's wife. They're all in cahoots with it. I mean, it's
a couple of outrageous people that's already been fired from the water department.
Well, there's actually 4 who have been criminally charged.
Yeah,
they're getting ready to stand
trial. A couple people
right now
already have been found dead, mysteriously dead.
People who first come out with the high lead content in their body.
About the little
19-year-old girl, she was the first one to bring it to light.
Her daughter had the highest lead level in Flint.
She was found murdered.
The mother was found dead.
Who worked at the city water plant, who was going to shed light on it, they just found him murdered last week in his home. And so
people are dying.
Now they're starting
people
to kill people
are afraid to come out and say that they're sick. I am cold all the time. My body is... I've lost so much weight. I'm so sick.
I showed them the picture of what I looked
like
before I was poisoned.
I'm shaking all the time. And I lived in Flint, Michigan. It's cold. And I'm here in Vegas right now, and I'm freezing. And I shouldn't be. It's like the poison in my body is making me cold all the time, and when it's hot, it's like it burns your body. It's so weird.
You know, I'd be driving around in Flint to go somewhere, and I'd literally have to pull into a driveway and call her and say, where was I going?
And he would start crying.
I don't know where I'm at, and I would be lost.
And he'd be lost.
The only thing that gets me is that I'm an inventor. I mean, I have a gift from God, dude. I have stacks and stacks of inventions that I need to get done. And what my main thing is left now, I gotta get these last inventions gone for my children, because, you know, I already know that it's too late. I know that I'm poisoned so badly that I don't know what they're gonna be able to do to me, and I just want to get this done before my brain's completely gone. I want to make sure that they're taken care of. I mean, I'm already owed so much money from a patent that somebody ripped off from me. I gave them 51% of it, and I still own 49%, but I haven't seen a penny of it. And with that money right now, we could all be anywhere we wanted in the world.
We didn't have to suffer and be poor and
so I have to get to California to the patent library to try to get this before it's too late, because I'm telling you, I feel my brain is being eaten away every single day. Every day. My brain, I'm getting skinnier and skinnier. And
we're not hungry.
Mind. I can't eat. It's
like
terrible.
if we do get a little bit hungry, we can't make up our mind. Like, we're confused all the time. We don't know, like, nothing sounds good, and then when we do try to eat, we're
Take one or
full
two bites and you're
real
completely
fast,
full.
and
But we're not the only victims. There's
we're
so
trying
many
to force
thousands
ourselves.
in Flint, Michigan that are poisoned. All the children, the lead is going to eat their brain. It's not a 1 week or a 2 year thing. It takes up to 30 years before it takes its full effect on you.
Yeah.
And every day and every week, it's causing neurological damage in your brain. And these children, as they grow up, who's going to run the city? They done poisoned a whole entire generation in that city.
A lot of mothers were pregnant and didn't know that the water was bad because the news kept saying there's nothing bad with your water. Go ahead, drink it. So they were drinking the water and their babies were being born premature. Some of them, a lot of them died. A lot of babies were miscarried. The babies that did make it, they were born with all these problems. And, their mothers are now forced to breastfeed these babies because they're afraid to give them the bottles. It's not good to give them the formula because they're poisoned. They're so afraid for their children, and how are we going to take care of our children when we're sick like this? We're scared for our futures. We're scared for our kids. It's terribly sad what's happened, and I mean, I had to get in the shower with bottled water. It's cold, and I kept. It's like you're camping. You're camping in your own house. Every day you gotta do that every day, and you gotta make sure your animals don't drink out of the toilet on accident because they're gonna poison themselves on accident. I mean, it's the things that people really don't realize and take for granted. You don't think that you're gonna be poisoned by your own governor. You don't think your city is gonna do that.
But they're starting to come. People are starting to rally to Flint now. We gotta thank God for Aaron Anthony Block. And Project Flint, she's from Wisconsin. She's from Milwaukee. She comes to Flint all the time. Her thing is called Project Flint. She's an amazing woman.
And if it wasn't for them bringing it out, honestly, I don't think a lot of people would be flocking to Flint right now for,
because
to help the residents.
They brought light to it, and as me and him became friends on Facebook, he's going to get down there and he's going to see everything because I've been documenting out there and I haven't been erasing it. You guys are going to be so surprised and disgusted at what the United States is doing to a city here in America.
Yeah.
We're Americans, and they treat us just because Flint is poor and predominantly black, even though it's not a color issue, it's a water issue. And water is life.
Yes.
Without water, nobody can live. And they poisoned our only source of water that we had. Literally, deliberately poisoned our water from being uneducated and stupid and pulling a lever and stopping it coming from a clean source of water from Detroit, Michigan into Flint. They put it in through the Flint River, which had DuPont right here, Buick City right here, Chevrolet in the hole. We was the vehicle capital of the world. All their overflow went into the Flint River for 30 to 40 years. DuPont, chemicals pouring in there. Buick City, Chevrolet, Fisher Body, AC Spark Plug. All these people, all their runoff went to the water. They found over 40 bodies within the last 4 to 6 months in this river, chained and cemented down. And they still allowed us to drink that water to save $5,000 a month. That's why they poisoned everybody. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Flint has all kinds of drug dealers.
Oh yeah.
If you would have just went to 5 drug dealers and said, you know what? Give us $1,000 a month and we'll save your city. Nobody will suffer. I promise you, them drug dealers would have gave it to him.
Yeah.
With no problem, no question. Now that's sad.
That is
very sad. And then all the celebrities that keep flocking and pouring money in, nobody's never seen nothing yet.
All these rappers, everybody's
in 3 years,
helping.
I think they fixed 600 houses or something.
Yeah, right. I don't even think
they
that.
said there's over 300 people a day that are trying to move out of Flint, Michigan.
And then they're robbing us for our water
The highest
bills.
water in the country. If you
When
don't
people move,
and you can't even drink your water, and if you don't
so
pay
they're
your bill,
blaming it on your neighbor.
they'll
They're
come take
saying
your kids.
they're saying blame your neighbor if your neighbor moves and don't pay their water bill because
Yeah.
you're paying for
Yeah,
your
they said
neighbor's
you have to
water
pay for
bill
your water
and
bill.
yours. And then if you don't pay this water bill and you have children, we're going to
CPS is
come
gonna
in and
take your
take your
kids.
children from you.
Because you don't have running water,
So,
but you can't give
what
your
are you
child
supposed to
running
do?
water.
Isn't it child endangerment to put my child in this poison water? And you're just allowing this to happen to us? And like, we're just animals? Not even that. A piece of dirt that you spit on, you walk on the ground. I mean, we're not a third world country. We're in America, and we don't deserve this. Nobody deserves this. Nobody. I think Africa's drinking cleaner water than us, to be honest with you. I mean, then you're going to rape us with our water bills. My water bills were over $300 a month.
$300 a month just for water.
And
$300 a month.
I mean, it's outrageous. I mean, you're being poisoned, and you're paying to be poisoned. They're making you pay double now. Just what? 2 nights ago, they had a city hall meeting.
Having 2 bills.
They're gonna start having 2 bills now.
One for the new pipes that are getting put in, and one for the pipes now.
It's like $69 a month.
It's $79 without
$79
even using a drop
without
water.
using a
If
drop.
you don't even use a drop water, have your water shut
Yeah.
off in your house, you still have to pay $79 a month. Here
matter
in Las
what.
Vegas, Nevada, I lived here for 5.5 years, 16 years ago. But today, the price is still the same. $54 a month.
And that's what, every
and
3
they can
months?
actually drink it.
And you
Yeah.
can drink
And
it.
they can drink it.
And
Yes.
you know what? And I'm gonna tell you, I'm afraid to drink the water.
Yes, she's afraid to go to the
I'm
faucet
afraid-
air.
I'm afraid to give my dogs this water.
Yep, so everybody...
My dogs haven't had a bath. I haven't had a bath. I haven't had an actual bath in like 4 years. A bath. I had a pool in my backyard. I couldn't even put water in it.
No, we had to
And-
let our pool drain, and we could never fill it back up, and we left it when we left.
I haven't been able to give my dogs a bath in so long because I don't trust nothing. I don't trust nobody. And after my dog died from this, they said I had PTSD. And
They're saying that over half the city now has PTSD from this because
I
nobody
cry all the
trusts
time.
government. We don't trust
I'm
nobody
having
anymore.
anxiety attacks to where I can't breathe. I'm freaking out. I mean,
she's scared to death because we literally
I-
packed up everything
I'm
that
afraid.
we owned.
I was
after
afraid
17
that somebody
years.
was gonna come in my house and kill me if I came out and told them that stuff was wrong. I'm having a hard time breathing all the time. I just turned 38. I shouldn't be going through this stuff. I feel like I'm like 70 years old, and I'm scared for when I am older because if I feel like this now, and if they can't help me, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die from this. I feel it. It's killing me. It's literally killing me. I have something wrong. At first, I had something wrong going on with my stomach. And it felt like I was in labor every day. Like I was having severe labor. And it happened for like 7 months. And the doctors kept saying there was nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. And so finally, it went from my stomach over here to my side and in my back. Now, it's all right here, and it feels like something's gonna explode. And every time I go to the hospital, they just kick me out.
Just like me, my stomach hurted for a whole entire year straight. Finally, I got them to do 2 scopes down my throat.
Yeah.
When they did the scope, they found the ulcer.
It
and
was
they found
bigger
the,
than
and
my
they found
fist.
the bacteria in my stomach. They scraped
Yep.
it, and they would never tell me what the bacteria was.
Right.
They never told me nothing else again.
They scraped it out of his stomach. That's the only thing that they would tell
They wouldn't
me.
tell me what it was or nothing. Still to this day, I have no idea what it was, what they scraped out.
He
of my
was
stomach.
bleeding. He was bleeding really bad in his stomach
They
for
had to give me
over
medication
6
for
months.
my bone marrow to produce more blood than what my body was losing.
And when I went to the hospital, and they did check my urine and they did check my blood, and they said, oh well, we don't know why, but your white blood cells are really high, and so they ended up giving me some kind of medication. I don't even know what it was. And then the second time I went in there, it was both through ambulance. The second time, would they say, oh, my potassium was so low that was why my side is aching, and that's why my back hurts. And they did give me a X-ray because they said, it sounds like you're having gallbladder problems. And I said, I think I'm having like kidney stones or something. And this was before I said anything about the water. So they gave me the X-ray, and then when they took me back to the room, and I said, honestly, Doc, I think this is all causing from the water. I'm like really sick. And right after that, he said, your doctor is not a doctor at this hospital. You need to go see your doctor. So we did get a new doctor, but we didn't get a chance to see her because we got so scared we had to move, sell every single thing and move.
We can't remember everything. I mean, I'm 51 years old, and I can't remember everything. That's how bad that has gotten to my brain. But I still have enough sense in my head to go do what I know that I have to do because I was taught how to do my initial patent searches, so I know how to do that, and I want to get that done before I don't even remember how to do that. Because if I'm driving around my own town and forgetting where I'm going, sooner or later my brain's going to forget about how to invent things.
The governor knew that the lead was was poisoning us. So they started giving us bottled water. Okay, so they were pumping bottled water through our system, all different brands, because Cher, like he said, a lot of celebrities, thank God, brought in a lot of water for us. So I believe that water was good. Excuse me. So here we're drinking really good water, flushing our systems for over 2 months. Now they're coming out on the news saying, we need you guys to go in and get lead tested. So now we're going to get lead tested, and it lowered everybody's.
But not everybody's.
Not everybody's, but a lot of people's blood and everything. Now, our family went in. We went with one of our other sons. We went to a doctor. The three of us got lead tested, and then I took my youngest son to his pediatrician. Nobody in my family got our lead test back, and that was done last year, January 2016. We have not received our lead test back for our family. We have not received our lead test back for our home. We don't even know anything that's going on with ourselves.
We had to pay for our dog to get her tested. That's why I found out what's in the water.
I paid $175 out of pocket for my dog to get hers done. I got hers back. She had lead in her system, but it was low. It was very low. I think it was 3 or something like that.
3 parts per billion.
By that,
she had the Legionnaires.
She already had Legionnaires, and she had pus coming out of her eyes and out of her nose, and her eyeballs literally went the opposite ways, and then they rolled back in her head, and her pupils turned bright red.
Had big sores, and lost her hair all over her.
What they were doing was they were giving her this this medication. They were giving her an antibiotic at the veterinarian, and they were giving her this medication. I can't remember what the name of the medication was, but it was to pull poison out of your body. What is that called?
So, man, I can't think of it off the top of my mind. Sensacity, something
no.
like that?
Anyhow, Murphy just went.
You'll see them on my Facebook too.
This is another couple. He's having
so
seizures.
Bad. He was making $250,000 a year. His brain is so far gone now, he can't even work. His wife takes care of him. He has seizures all the time. He's so cold when it's hot.
Yeah,
it's just.
He's
terrible.
like I am when it comes to the shivering
his
and
spine, his kidneys feel like they're gonna blow out on him.
Just like.
I mean, you'll see
all
him
of
on
his
my
symptoms.
Yes,
I have.
You'll see him.
I feel embarrassed to talk to a lot of people because they don't know that I've been poisoned, so they probably think that I'm not educated. And I just don't know if I'm ever gonna be right again.
So that's what we're going to try to do, but the main thing is...
I need medical immediately.
If you guys could please just keep Camp Promise in your mind, and Aaron, and I gave you his phone number, and Project Flint, Karina from Wisconsin.
If it wasn't for them, then a lot of the reporters wouldn't know about what's going on right now, because our local news is hiding it.
Yep, and you'll see that on Facebook, because you've already seen a little bit of it. From this journalist who comes from out of state that goes there every once in a while. He will put it in the light, and he will put it on the news and show people what's going on, but they try to keep him hush-hush. They won't even let him on their broadcast, so it's hard for him. He does it like how I showed you guys on the telephone, but it's real and it's happening, and they need all the help that they can get there. And had they started this movement prior to us being in the middle of selling everything, we would have stayed there and camped with them people and stood strong with them people, but we were ready. Everything was already in motion, and we had the plans to go, but you know what?
I already had sold my refrigerator, and I had to leave.
When we left, we went to Camp Promise one last time, and Aaron told me, he said, Tony, maybe this is good. Maybe God is sending you out there because people don't know what's going on in the world. You shed light, just like we are here, and you're going to bring attention across the country and let them know so that they can know and try to get down here and help us, or get reporters down here and journalists down here so that the whole world can end up finding out about it. And it's true. It was a blessing that I met you guys tonight. It was a blessing from God. I mean, you know, I'm a Christian.
It is.
I'm a Christian, even though, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, but I'm a Christian. I love Jesus with all my heart. I love Jesus more than anybody in this world. I do. And, you know, and I honestly believe that it was a blessing, and just like we were talking about, it was maybe a calling for me to come out here. To run into you guys is even a blessing from God alone. I mean, you know.
Yeah, because we weren't supposed to stay here in Vegas for this many nights as we have. It's just, you know, I've been having a lot. I'm having a lot of problems dealing with this. I mean, I had to leave everything I know. The only place that I've ever known, and so everything I had my whole life. I had to leave my mom and dad behind, and my brother, and my daughter. My daughter's going to school. She lives with her dad right now. She's going to be 18. And I had to leave, and I had to come out here because I know that my husband used to live out here, and he said that they have good medical. We had to get by a Pant library for him, but I need a hospital. I need good doctors.
When I left my mother, she's 81 years old. You know, when I left, I cried. I held her, because that might be the last time I'd ever see her alive. Literally. She's got multiple sclerosis, and
she lives in Flint too, and she's recently bedbound. She keeps on breaking a lot of bones.
So, you know, I had to leave her, and just by me leaving her, I knew that was the last
I know
time
they're sick from us too. A lot of people don't even realize they're sick because they've been sick for so long, unless they're dealing with the same problems that I'm dealing with, because I know this isn't normal. And when I go to the hospital, they tell me I'm not sick, and I know this is not normal. I should not feel like this.
It's not just us, it's several.
It's
see on my Facebook
everybody's being treated like this.
They're saying the same thing. All they do is get them in there, put a bag IV in them, and kick them out the door.
Yeah, and their lives matter. Our lives matter. Everybody's lives matter.
Like I said,
we're human.
Water is life. Without water, nobody can live, and they're destroying it all.
I'm not gonna quit fighting.
And every chance we get a blessing to meet people like you. We're gonna tell our story, and we hope that you guys can help.
I'm gonna try to get as much medical as I can, and what I can learn here. That the Flint residents are not learning because the doctors are not helping. I'm going to tell them, and they're going to get help. I promise you, Flint, you're going to get help. I love you. And I'm going to try everything I can. And I'm never going to forget you guys. I want to do what's right. I'm only one person. I'm gonna try my hardest, and I need to get better, so I can think better and I can do the things that I know I need to do for you guys. I'm not gonna forget you guys. I feel bad because I left. I feel terrible, but I feel like I left them behind.
We didn't leave them behind. We have to go take care of ourselves and get right.
But I'm sick. I need help.
We need it, and when we find it, we're going to share it with them. We're going to let them know. And I promise, if Scotch 3M buys his patent, I'm going to help Flint. I will be there.
I'm going to help him. I know I can find a really good doctor in California that's going to help me, that's going to care.
And not only...
I need a neurologist.
By spreading the word throughout the country, because they're keeping it hidden. Nobody knows what's going on in Flint, Michigan, how they're being genocide, literally.
They thought that that giving us a filter, a purified filter for our sink was going to make us feel safe in our home.
Nope,
and
lead still comes through it.
But it don't even work at all.
Nope.
And then they wouldn't even give us anything for our shower. So, we can't put our hands in our sink, but they expect us to. How are we gonna wash our body?
And they say
and we wash our
woman,
clothes.
when she takes a hot shower, she can consume almost up to 2 quarts of steam inside of her body, which will affect the child. When the child comes out lead poisoned.
They are
the
baby's
child is lead poisoned, and
yes.
she just had it. It's an infant.
He's only like 5 months old, and
He's
she's forced to breastfeed him.
He's never drank water in his life yet, and he's lead poisoned. So it's terrible. And the main thing
they have 5 children.
The main thing is I just want to tell you guys thank you so much for this. We really appreciate it. And I know that God sent us here and you guys are here at the same time. And now that you guys know, just ask that you please share it with whoever you can. You guys both look like very intelligent young men to me. And
it's really scary. It's so scary that you could live in a city and your whole entire life. And as a little girl, you never think that you're going to grow up and your governor's going to lead poison you. And the mayor, they got rid of our one mayor and they got a new mayor. Her name is Karen Weaver. And as soon as she was there for us at first, for like maybe the first couple of months. And then as soon as everybody started flocking in to give us money, she started stealing the money and she started shutting up. She's against us. She's not for us. She's no good. She fired the chief of police and the chief of the fire department and put her own people in there, and they're no good. But as
of yesterday, a circuit judge ruled that a petition to recall her is valid, so a recall is in the working and making soon, like within the next couple months.
And I believe, I know that the Flint residents are going to get her out of there because she did not belong in there in the first place. If you're going to get in there to try to help the Flint residents, how are you going to steal the money that people are giving us to help us when you don't even live in the city? And she was living in the city, and she didn't even pay her water bill, but was threatening us.
$9,000 was her
threatening
water
us
bill.
to pay our water
and
bill.
Then we had one city councilman. His name was Eric Mays. He stood by the people so long. And they kept throwing him in jail because he had a loud, deep voice, and he would get loud, and he was irritated. He was for the people, but they finally started lining his pockets. And he is now against the people. He's not
against us
because they finally, and get this,
his mother died from this.
He got arrested for driving drunk on the freeway, going the wrong way with 4 flat tires and allegations of crack cocaine in his vehicle with crack pipes.
And he's still
the
councilman.
city councilman to this day.
Yes. And they're all corrupt. All of them moved out of the city. Eric Mays was the one that was supposed to stay in the city and help us. And all of them moved out of the city. And the other day they had the town hall meeting, and somebody stood up and said, so what are we going to do about the Legionnaire that's in the water? Because with the warm weather coming...
And the EPA guy said, there's nothing we can do about it. It's just in your water.
It's in your water. There's nothing we can do about it. It's there. We know about it. It's there. Well, they're not taking showers in the water.
They're not drinking.
They're not drinking it.
They're not touching the water.
They're not forced to pay the $300, $400 water bill. One lady had a water bill of $900. And they are literally shutting people's water off. People are being forced to move out, and they're being forced on the streets. They don't have money to go anywhere. Where are they supposed to go?
We were just
they
blessed
don't have
that we had a little something. You know, we had
a Harley Davidson and another car.
2 other vehicles.
Yes.
And we had nice furniture. I had a $2,000 stereo system that I literally had to sell for $125.
Literally.
We were selling things
for
we
anything.
Were negotiating just to get enough money to get out of that state and to get back out west.
I mean, I was having nervous breakdowns selling my things that I owned. I'm literally in shock. I'm in shock. I've never been here ever in my life. And I had to leave everything that I've had.
I accumulated in 17 years. We were married for 17 years. So
I had to sell my Harley Davidson. I mean, my cat died from it. I know my cat died from this. And then my dog, and I'm looking at my dog dying, and I'm going, if it's doing this to our dog, what is it doing to us? It's doing this to us too. And we were forced to take showers. What are we supposed to do? Walk around dirty? We can't do that. And so we thought, we'll just get in the shower for like a couple minutes. Well, I have long hair. Oh, here's another thing, is that I lost half my hair. It's falling out all the time. It's breaking off. It's not even thick anymore. Oh, it makes you so mad because we dealt with it for over 3 years. And
they're saying it's not going to be for at least another 3-4 years before it's even thought about being fixed.
It's so much. They don't even know how much money it's going to cost. Every time they say it's going to cost this much, they say it's going to cost so much more after that.
It's such a big
they don't know what they're doing.
There's so many abandoned houses. They say there's more abandoned houses in Flint, Michigan than any other city or state in this country. And what it is a thing called land bank. They buy these houses once people move out of them, and they say that they're having people burn them.
Yeah.
You go to Flint, Michigan, and there's acres upon acres upon acres of just land that they done tore houses down. Then you can go and film a war movie without even putting a studio or a setup because it's already all burnt down, shot up, and it's terrible. It's really scary. I really pray for Flint. I feel bad for them. They're going through so much right now, and they need so much help. They need doctors that really care. And I don't know what's going on. There was a doctor named Dr. Mona. She's the doctor that found the lead in the the children. She was the very first doctor to come forward. She was so strong with the residents at first. She was on it. She went to Congress. She went everywhere over it. And now she won't say a word. The doctors are all in. The doctors are being threatened. Their jobs are being threatened. And their practices. They're scared. They're very scared. So they don't want to tell you nothing. They're not going to help you. Even if you have cancer, they're not going to help you. Because what's happening is the stuff that they're poisoning us with, that they're putting in the water, is causing people to get cancer. It's causing a lot of people to have heart problems. They're having breathing problems. And these doctors don't even help you until it's last minute. Oh, he had a heart attack. Well, he just died. Well, it was from the water. Are you serious? Like, you're not even helping these people get better. And there is actually medication out there that can pull the poison out of you. If they gave that medication to my dog, they can give it to me. They can give it to everybody in Flint. They won't give it to them. And because they don't have, the doctors are being threatened, so they're scared to help. I don't know what's going on. I think they should all be fired.
I don't think none of them should have a job anymore. It's not right that they treat us like that.
You know, and Flint is going to stand strong, and it is in the United States Constitution that if your government is doing you wrong, you as a people can pull together as a power and overthrow your governor, put somebody in there until a proper election is taken and the right person gets in to run the city. Now, Flint has been so passive and quiet, the world doesn't even know what's going on there. That's how quiet they are.
You know,
if that happened in Los Angeles or something,
yeah,
they will burn
there would be a riot.
But we're being so passive and peaceful, but it seems like when you're passive and peaceful, they take your kindness as a weakness and they just overlook you.
Yep.
But that is in our Constitution in the United States. We have the right to do that.
Yep.
And the more people that get to Kersey Park, the more it's going to be brought out. It's going to be as big as Standing Rock.
Yep, because everybody from Standing Rock is they're all on their way to Flint. Thank you. Thank you. We love you guys for helping Flint. I wish that, like he said, I wish we would have known this. I wish it would have happened a couple of months ago, because we would not have sold everything and moved.
We would have stayed.
We would have stayed.
Guys.
Our local news stations aren't saying nothing about it. I think they've been threatened as well. I don't know what's going on, why they're not doing anything for the citizens. Nothing makes sense to us. And what's really crazy is that's what's happening, is all the poison that's in our body is making us confused. It's making us not be able to think right. It's making us not be able to function like every day like I used to be able to. I got to where I have no energy. I mean, I probably only weigh about 110 pounds, and I'm used to weighing about 130 pounds, 135, and I used
to be about 220 pounds.
Yeah.
Now I'm down to 176 pounds.
Yeah, and our doctor told us to quit working out. This is when we first started getting sick. He said, I want you guys to quit working out. That was the worst mistake we could have ever done. Had we not, I think that if I would have continued to work out, I don't think I would have gotten this sick, because where we were working out at, they had different water. It was in Burton. It was a city next to us. So they had better water than Flint. And we were showering there
5-6 days a week.
And then
I worked out every single day.
But I didn't know that the water was bad. So I was cooking in the water. I was boiling my chicken. I was cooking in the water.
Potatoes.
I was
boiling potatoes.
Drinking our coffee.
So much water.
I was drinking coffee. I was giving my dogs the water. I mean, your everyday normal thing. I mean, you just wouldn't think that was now I feel like I took the water for granted. I never thought that would ever happen. When we left and we got to the first hotel, where was that at, in New Mexico? I couldn't believe that I could actually take a shower and put my face in the water. And my face is breaking out now, because I don't know, because I'm in cleaner water. I don't really know what's going on. I don't usually break out. But what's weird is that from the water, a lot of people are getting lesions on their skin. It looks like it's lead. It really does look like the color of lead. And it hurts them. It hurts them really, really bad. And there's nothing that nobody can do to fix their body. It's deforming people. It's so terrible. It's more than what I can even describe. People have no idea, can even phantom what is even going on in Flint, Michigan. It's so sad, because people are being ignored, treated like garbage. They're crying out for help and nobody's helping. I mean, Can't Promise, they're starting to help. A girl from Milwaukee, I forget. Karina. She's
Flint.
Project Flint. She started coming to Flint. She seen a video about what was happening with our water. And she started coming to Flint. She was leaving her family in Milwaukee and coming to Flint and doing interviews with people. Different interviews and finding out all sorts of different things that's going on.
Her only source was Facebook Live. That's
Yeah.
what she did, was Facebook Live.
Yeah.
And they finally, the government shut her Facebook account off.
Yeah.
And they told her they're not going to turn
did.
it back on until April 29th because they felt that she was causing mass hysteria in the city.
Yup.
And they were talking about they were going to try to charge her with something. And
yeah.
she's like a missionary.
Yeah.
She comes here for free. She doesn't try to, she doesn't want no money.
She's here to help
She's
us.
Just trying to bring light to everything that's going on, and she's an educated woman.
Yeah.
So she knows she's got access to documents that everybody else doesn't
have.
And she's been telling the truth what's really been going on.
Yeah,
so
she's
now
bringing light
they're
to
starting
it.
to threaten her.
Yeah.
And it's scaring her, and she hasn't been back in quite a while. But she was on Facebook tonight, and she said as soon as she's out of Facebook jail, she's going to come back because that's her only source. She doesn't have the big cameras and everything.
Right.
But she puts it around the world off of Facebook Live.
Yeah, she's an awesome girl, sweet girl. And she really, really cares about people. I mean, she comes to Flint and she cries with us.
She hugs us.
She
It's okay. And she's just
the doctors don't even care. And then when you have somebody that just comes in that don't even know you and tells you that they love you and that they're there for you, it really makes you feel like there is somebody out there that cares, because you're just ignored. The feeling is terrible to be turned down by people that you think that you could trust, your doctors. I mean, to be shunned by your doctor, what kind of life? I mean, that is not American. What is that? I can't even. I'm in shock. I mean, I don't understand. We're humans. It's not fair. We didn't ask to be born, and we didn't ask to be poisoned. And all we're asking for is help. We need a doctor, and you can't even give us that. All we need is medicine. You can't do that. You can't scan our brains for us and tell us what's going on with ourselves. We don't even know what's going on with us. We're confused. We need help. What? You can't even help us? I don't even know what's going on with my own body. I'm having woman issues that I shouldn't be going through. I mean, I can't even explain what's going on with myself. It's terrible. I thought I was going through menopause. I'm only 38 years old. And I'm having problems with my organs that I shouldn't be having because of the water. Because of water? Come on. Are you kidding me? I can't take a bath. I still haven't had a bath. Because I'm in a hotel, I'm afraid to take a bath in a hotel still. I told my husband I don't think I'm ever gonna trust to ever drink water or feed my fam. I'm not gonna use water to feed my family because I'm not gonna poison my family. I mean, they were trying to get me to kill my family. I mean, that's terrible. Like, how can you not care about people? We have good hearts. I've never hurt anybody. Like, I love people. I would never hurt anybody like that. Like, how could you do that to somebody?
Governor Rick Snyder is the one who did it.
And here's the thing, Rick Snyder, he did this to us, right? His wife is the CEO of Nestle Company. And they're the ones that are giving us our water, okay?
So they got
America,
a contract with the state to bottle their own water and sell it to
so
the
they're
people
making
that they poison.
buku money off of this. And all the stores around there are jacked all the water prices up for the good water, the real water that's going to save our life. And Rick Snyder's wife is the one that's giving us the Nestle water that's killing us still. So, you know, they're all in cahoots. It's all over money. It's money. And they're killing us for money.
Well, I think we said enough of you guys, and like I said, we thank you guys with the bottom of our heart. We really do.
Yeah, I wish I could tell you guys more that's happening.
But like I said, you'll see it on my Facebook.
Yeah,
go on there and just scroll through it. And
you'll learn so much.
You'll see the camp. You'll see
unbelievable.
Karina, you'll see everybody that's coming there. You'll see the Indians from Standing Rock that are coming there. It's all on my Facebook.
Oh, they're beautiful people. Beautiful people.
Okay, I'm going to let you know. My name is Tony Mireles. This is Heather Mireles. The last name is spelled Mireles, and we're both from Flint, Michigan.
This is like virtual reality videos.
I kind of seen some.
Do you want to see a video?
Yeah, I do.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, wow.
That's what I said.
You guys are getting it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, this is cool. Oh my gosh, it's like, it feels like, you know, just touch these people. Oh wow. No way.
Look up.
Try to look behind you.
Yeah, look behind you.
Oh my gosh. There's a guy back there on the phone.
Yeah.
It
might be me.
Look on the floor.
Oh, I feel so high. Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, look at those faces. Hey.
Oh yeah, glass blowing.
Hey. Oh.
Hey.
Wow. Wow, what is that? Hey. Oh, cool. Whoa. I feel high. DGA. What is that? Oh, pretty. Whoa. No way. Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's just amazing.
I love it.
Oh. Duh. Whoa. Whoa. I feel like I'm moving.
You are moving.
Wow, what is that? Man, I feel so high in the sky. That is so cool.
I'm really glad that you enjoyed that.
So you guys have made her smile.
I'm really glad that you enjoyed that.
Yes.
Wow.
You should try to find a roller coaster.
I felt like I was gonna fall because you know what where the water was at?
Yes.
That was so cool.